Welcome once again to Commander by Danon. Today's video was brought to us by Patreon supporter Nazwin. Huge thanks to Nazwin and the rest of my Patreon supporters. Nazwin reached out asking for a party deck led by Tazri, Beacon of Unity, and I was more than happy to assist. But before we get started, I'd like to quickly ask you to like and subscribe. It really does help the channel, and it's free. With that out of the way, let's get into the video. Tazri, Beacon of Unity is a 5-mana 4/6 legendary human warrior who costs 1 less to cast for each creature in our party. We may pay between 4 and 8 mana, depending on how much of each color we have, to look at the top 6 cards of our library. We may reveal up to 2 clerics, rogues, warriors, wizards, and/or allies from among those cards and put them into our hand, then put the rest on the bottom of our library in a random order. Okay, so Tazri is card advantage in the command zone. There are 2 things you want every commander deck to do: draw cards and ramp. The more we do of each, the more powerful the deck is. But Tazri is limited card advantage, meaning we only draw specific types of cards. So we'll want to include as many of those cards in our deck as possible. Good thing there are rogues that draw us cards, clerics that can smite our opponent's permanents, and warriors that ramp us. Now, Nazwin requested that the deck stay under $300, and he also wanted a sub-theme in his deck. He wanted a dungeon theme. So I made sure to include as many creatures that help trigger initiative or venture. Of course, those creatures had to be either clerics, rogues, warriors, or wizards. But we'll need more than just creatures to build a functional commander deck, and for that, we turn to our handy-dandy checklist. 50 mana sources, usually split between 37 lands and 13 pieces of ramp, 10 pieces of card advantage, 8 to 10 pieces of spot removal, 2 to 3 board wipes, 2 pieces of graveyard hate, and 1 sudden I win card. As I'm sure you've heard by now, this channel is sponsored by Ultimate Guard. I know you have a lot of options to choose from out there when it comes to sleeves, but my personal favorites are the ones made by Ultimate Guard. I've tried other companies before, but no other sleeve has the balance of both durability and shuffle feel that I find with Ultimate Guard. Find out if your local game store carries Cortex sleeves from Ultimate Guard, or click on the link down below to order yourself a set from Amazon. One more thing before we get started. I've been streaming Final Fantasy XIV over on my other channel, Musings by Danon. If you want to pop in and ask some questions, chat about Commander, or just hang out, you're more than welcome to. For right now, the schedule is Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays in the evening. Command Tower, Exotic Orchard, Hallowed Fountain, Sacred Foundry, Watery Grave, Overgrown Tomb, Stomping Ground, Steam Vents, Godless Shrine, Blood Crypt, Temple Garden, Breeding Pool, Rafine's Tower, Xander's Lounge, Zeatora's Proving Ground, Jetmir's Garden, Spara's Headquarters, Bajuka Bog, 3 Plains, 3 Islands, 4 Swamps, 4 Mountains, and 5 forests make up our land base. Undermountain Adventurer, Safana Kalimport Cutthroat, Ramanup Excavator, Lotho Corrupt Sheriff, Professional Facebreaker, Soul Ring, Arcane Signet, 3 Visits, Farseek, Nature's Lore, Cultivate, Kodama's Reach, and Skyshard Claim help us to ramp and stay ahead of the curve. Nalia de Armis, Nimble Trapfinder, Imoen Mystic Trickster, Archivist of Ogma, Twilight Prophet, Archaeomancer, Mangara the Diplomat, Notion Thief, and Brainstorm helps to dig through our deck and keep our hands full. Grand Abolisher, Mother of Runes, Dranith Magistrate, Merciless Executioner, Demon's Disciple, Negate, Dovin's Veto, Assassin's Trophy, a Braid, and commit memory help us to keep our opponents in line. Farewell and Blasphemous Act help to reset the board as needed. Veteran Dungeoneer, Squad Commander, Seasoned Dungeoneer, Champion of Lamphold, Morag, Fury of Akum, Combat Celebrant, Maja, Bredegard Protector, and Surak Dragonclaw make up the rest of our warrior package. For rogues, we're running Ravenloft Adventurer, Shortcut Seeker, Yuan-Ti Fangblade, Yuan-Ti Malison, Zagras, Thief of Heartbeats, and Rilsa Rail, Kingpin. The remainder of our wizard package consists of Acererak, the Archlich, Eccentric Apprentice, Sephris of the Hidden Ways, Midlight Pathlighter, Linvala, Shield of Seagate, Feywild Caretaker, Hama Pashar, Ruin Seeker, and Guardian Augmenter. Finally, the rest of our clerics consist of Barrowin of Clan Undur, White Plume Adventurer, Archpriest of Iona, and Malakir Bloodpriest. Counting the creatures we've got serving double duty, we're at 11 of each type. But to help our plan, we've also got Veteran Adventurer and Barakos Party Leader. Now that we have our deck list, let's compare it to our checklist. 50 mana sources split between 37 lands and 13 pieces of ramp. Right on target. 10 pieces of card advantage, counting our commander. 10 pieces of interaction. 2 board wipes. 3 pieces of graveyard hate in Bajuka Bog, Farewell, and Commit Memory. No sudden I win cards, but lots of value. That's the point of a deck like this, bringing lots of value. Our deck has tons of synergy. Having cards like Barakos Party Leader or Zagras Thief of Heartbeats on board helps us to deal a lot more damage. We've got extra combat tricks with Morag, Fury of Akum, and Combat Celebrant. But most importantly, we're having a party. And exploring dungeons. And eventually, beating our opponents to death with our massive army. Do you have a party deck? What about a dungeon deck? Leave a comment below. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, a huge shout out to my editor Cutestuff. I couldn't make these videos without her. If you'd like to hire her to edit your own videos, she can be reached at cutestuff.edits at gmail.com. Link is down below. If you're looking for ways to support the channel directly, you can head on over to patreon.com/Danon. There's a new $5 player tier. Joining this tier will give you access to our private Discord, as well as the power to vote on upcoming content. I wish I could make every video that gets suggested to me down in the comments, but there's just never enough time. I also wanted to give a quick shout out to all of my patrons: Waffles, Jiraiya, Danny, Muffins, Marcus, Squishy, Brett, Roxy, Josh, Sean, Pob Zombie, Mark, Alix, Daniel, Steve, Alex, Cookie, Borgie, Jake, Exiled Rogue, Manassas, Noswin, Pedro, Airnor, and Tom. You guys are awesome. I post new Commander Deck videos every weekday, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified of new videos. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again next time on Commander by Danon.